Hey guys, Rhett here. What is going on? Thanks for watching. I wanted to talk today about a question that I see on the internet all the time, mostly a comment on Instagram pictures and videos and TikToks and on YouTube. And the question is Section 8 real estate investing worth it? And that is a very, very important question because there's so much to unpack with that question. And the answer to that is obviously, I would say, a resounding yes. But of course, there needs to be a lot more detail that we get into on that. And rather, the question should be not, is it worth it to invest in Section 8, which it is, but is it worth it for you to invest in Section 8? And what does it mean for you personally? Is it a good fit for you to get started with a Section 8 rental portfolio or to grow your Section 8 rental portfolio, or getting started in Section 8 real estate with a team who knows what they're doing and how to do this effectively and efficiently the first time so you don't lose money trying to figure out how to do this? A lot of us don't have money to lose. So why mess around when you can get it done right the first time? And if you guys want to do it with me and my team, just drop me a message, information in the description below, and we'll get started. But let's talk about what Section 8 real estate investing is. Let's talk about what it's not. If you were to open up TikTok and Instagram, you would think that Section 8 real estate investing is you start with 10 grand and in 12 months you've got 700 houses and you're making $57 million a year, and you buy 43 Rolls Royces and that's it. You're done. You retire and you retire your family and your friends and everybody. It's not the reality, obviously. All that stuff is 100% attainable, but it takes time and it takes a lot of capital and it takes a lot of understanding of how to do it, how to build portfolios, and it takes, most importantly, time and money, which I said takes time and capital. And you need both of those things. You cannot build a 100-unit portfolio with 20 grand. You cannot build a 50-unit portfolio with 100 or 200,000. You need a lot of money to build a big portfolio, and that is real estate investing. That is the reality of anything, right? So it's about understanding and setting expectations and getting into this and knowing what it is that you're getting into. So Section 8 is phenomenal because it is very low cost of entry. And if you're doing it in the right area, you can buy houses for cheap that rent for a lot, that give you very, very strong returns, whether it's a cash-on-cash return or high yields if you're using unlevered returns or you're not using debt, you're not taking on a loan. High yields and high cash-on-cash returns. That is what Section 8 is really good for. If you want to invest in real estate and not take a lot of money out of your pocket, our clients come to us on average with $20,000 to $30,000 in cash, put down 20%, buy a house, get a good tenant in there, have the government pay their rent every month. That is really good. Your net cash flows on these units, keep in mind, right now I'm making this video in September of 2025. Interest rates are still over 7%. So right now, our cash flows are between $275 and $500 a month. Usually, we're going to be right in that $350 to $400 range. That is going to equate, based on what you're into the house for, to still be an over 10% cash-on-cash return, on average closer to 15%. That's outstanding. When you keep in mind, not only are you creating that return on cash flow, that has nothing to do with appreciation. If you are also having a house appreciate at an extra 3 to 5 or 3 to 6% per year, which is the average across the country, you're talking about close to 20% return on your investment overall. That's great. Now, it's not going to buy you a Lamborghini. It's not going to buy you something crazy, but it's really good. It's a really good start, and it's a fantastic return on your money. Try not to think about, oh, well, I'm only making X amount a month. That's nothing for me. What is that money making, that investment? What percent return is that investment making? And then you compare it to other things that you could put money in. Maybe down at your local bank, you can do a CD. You get 2.5%. Okay, what's the risk there? Virtually zero? Yeah, zero risk. You get 2.5% on your money. Put your money in treasury bills, a little bit under 4% right now. What's the risk? Nothing. Very high liquidity. Okay. So in order for me to take on a riskier investment, now, of course, anything's risky when you compare it to CDs and treasury bills, obviously, right? But you have to be compensated for that in a certain way. And that's why we look at real estate investing as a safe way to do this, which is you can look at other investments out there, stock market, you invest in companies, you have no idea where your money's actually going. And tomorrow the market could drop 25% because something happens overseas that we have no control over. And now your investment's lost 25%. You have real estate, which tends to be a lot safer of an investment that gives a very strong return. As long as you do it right, you do it with the right people and the right teams, put the right tenants in. Of course, there's a long list of things that have to happen to get you to that point. But that's a fantastic aspect of real estate and Section 8 investing. Of course, the money's guaranteed. The government's the greatest landlord in the world because if they ever run out of money, they just print more. So you don't have to worry about them not paying their bills because they are clockwork. And they're boringly consistent. Boringly consistent. And, a lot of people on the channel say, Rhett, it's very like meat and potatoes. It's no thrills. It's boring. And I love that. I love it because it's consistent. You know what you're going to get every single time. If you wanted to do something sexy, you want to do Airbnb investing, got a lot of clients that invest in Airbnbs as well. High risk, high reward. You have a situation like COVID and you lose millions because you don't get any rentals from February to August. It's just, what is your goal? Do you want to be high risk, high reward? Do you want to be low risk? Consistency. Boringly consistent. I know my clients who buy 10 houses a month, 20 houses a quarter, 50 houses a year. They don't want surprises. Nobody who spends a lot of money investing in anything, they don't want surprises. They know what the returns are going to be. Just give me those returns. Keep them clean. No drama. Keep them safe. I want to know that every penny I'm putting in here, it's safe. It's protected. It's a forced savings account. I have some clients that say, Rhett, I want to put my money here. That way I don't touch it. And I know it's going to grow. I know I'm going to get cash flow. Whatever I do with that cash flow, I can do with it. That's like my allowance here every month, every week, whatever. But it is a safe place to park money, and it's a safe investment to where when you compare it to other things, you compare it to a lot of the other fads out there, you compare it to drop shipping, you compare it to crypto and all this other stuff, it is significantly safer. It's a better place to put capital. Of course, the biggest part of this is making sure that you avoid the hype of getting rich quick. That is so important. Setting those expectations to a point where you understand I am creating generational wealth, and it is just like somebody in a gold mine. You're just chipping. You're chipping away. You're chipping away, and you're slowly creating that wealth. You're allowing cash flow to generate. You're allowing it to build. You're using whatever other investment vehicle you have. Usually for 99% of people, it's their 9-to-5 job or sale from another house. And every time you've got capital, you buy another one. I have some clients that buy houses every week. I have some clients that buy one house a year and some once every 2 years. It's not a race. Take your time. I know that when you go on social media, you feel like if you don't have 100 houses in the next 24 months, you're a loser. That's so untrue. And I talk about that all the time. I have clients who are in their early 20s who call me and they go, Red, I need 10 houses. I go, why 10? Why don't we start with one? And then I have clients who call me that are in their 70s and say, Rhett, I'm late to the party. I don't have a lot of retirement. I got to get this thing started. I need an asset. I only have X amount of money. Great. I guarantee you, if I put you in a room with 100 other people your age and I say, who in here has a rental property? You are going to be one of the only people to raise your hands. I don't care how many times I have to scrounge up 100 people that are your age and put you in a room. The odds are very, very low. But because the algorithms see what we like to see on Instagram and TikTok and X, every time you go on there, you see all this luxury and money, and you think you're falling behind. That is not the case. Section 8 is one of those things that you're still so early to. This has just really popped into mainstream over the last year or two, and because of that, you're getting, in my opinion, a lot of bad information. It's very hard to find people who are in this for the right reasons, who have done this, who have track records, who have companies that specialize in this. You'll find virtually, nobody that has a setup of vertical integration like we do, with in-house construction and maintenance and lending and property management, to be able to take this thing from 0 to 100 or from start to finish all under one roof and have that kind of control. But investing in Section 8 is a unbelievably important piece of not only your future, but for also people who are underserved in underserved communities. Private sector investment in affordable housing is unbelievably important. We put hundreds and hundreds of people into units that we build every single year and renovate every single year that would be in domestic violence shelters and housing projects where it's not safe and it's not a good environment for their children, or off of the street, or out of homeless shelters. So it gives you an opportunity to not only make money, but it gives you that opportunity to then help out another family who is less fortunate than you. And I think that that's incredible, because every decision you make, you're also impacting that person. A lot of times when we go into a house and I say to a client, hey, this room is a little bit off. I think we should change the flooring in here. I think it would just be a better rental. I think the person living in here would be better off doing that. And my clients, usually 99% of the time, they'll say, absolutely, change it out. If you don't do that, then that person living there has a less enjoyable experience that affects their life, and you as a real estate investor, in investing directly, not through a syndication, not through a fund, the decisions that you make are directly impacting someone's life. Whether you decide to squeeze another bedroom into a house that it doesn't fit, that adds more stress to the family living there, that changes the direction of their life. Whether you decide to add another bathroom, things like that, those are decisions that you make that directly impact somebody else. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty awesome responsibility if you handle it the right way. And I'm so honored to say that almost all of my clients are like that. It's an unbelievably humbling, morally and ethically, to be able to say that the people that our videos have attracted have been of like mind and spirit to do things for other people like that. And of course, it's a business at the end of the day, right? But having the wherewithal to make those decisions for other people, I don't know another investment class that allows you to do that. So when people ask me, Rhett, is it worth it to invest in Section 8? I say unequivocally, absolutely yes. Just understand what you're getting into, be good with the returns, know you're not going to get rich quick, and as long as you like helping other people and helping out less fortunate and making money at the same time, I think this is the greatest thing you could ever do. So, guys, if you want to get started with me and my team, drop me a message. My information's in the description below. We'll get started. We'll see you next time.